Back in 1999, Morgan Heritage had a #1 hit, but it was very controversial, and the title of that song was Don't Haffi Dread. Gramps Morgan is here for our FiWi Culture segment to break down that track. Listen up.
You don't have to dread to be Rasta. Don't have to dread. This is not a dreadlocks thing.
Don't Haffi Dread. What was it about that song that made it so controversial at the time?
The song Don't Haffi Dread was controversial because a lot of people didn't understand the message. That was Morgan Heritage truth. Growing up as a local youth in the 12th tribe of Israel, which is a Rastafarian organization founded by our beloved Prophet Gad here in Jamaica. And if you notice with the 12th tribe organization, there are many different shades. You have white Rasta, Japanese Rasta, you have Rasta without dreadlocks, you have Rasta with perm, you have Rasta with bald. So this is our truth when we did and look and see, say, but wait, so many different shades. But the real thing that makes you a Rastafarian is to believe in the divinity of Emperor Haile Selassie, to wear Christ as your breastplate, and to study the teachings of His Majesty by the way of the Ethiopian Orthodox Coptic Church. So this is how we grew up and learning this truth and kept on growing and growing and growing till even when we got baptized in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. So that is a testimony of what we see. And we grew up and learned that it's not everyone that you see with dreadlocks is a Rastafarian. Because you have people that have dreadlocks and are murderers, thieves. You have people that have dreadlocks and are Muslim. You have people that have dreadlocks and don't believe in the divinity of Haile Selassie. So that's when we went from Don't Haffi Dread album to more teachings, because we realized that there's a lot of teachings that's not being taught in the Rastafarian community.
This is not a dreadlocks thing, divine conception of the heart.
So it wasn't a disrespect to the Rastafarian community, which we are a part of and grew up in, but it was to free the chains, to break all the chains and the bondage of if a man did feel like, say, yo, my love. When you go to most concerts today, Kevin, and you hear a man say, Ja, and the crowd say, Rastafari. It's not all of those people are Rastafarians, but you feel something when you hear that song that relates back to Africa, that relates back to the Ethiopian Orthodox culture.
The first step is sovereignty, knowing oneself to royalty. Yeah. You don't have it.
The song was produced by Bobby Digital. Which studio was the song recorded at?
That was recorded at Digital B Studio on 6 Rands Road, a very prominent studio that recorded artists like Sizzla Kalonji, Coco T, Mikey Spice, Shabba Ranks, you name it, Morgan Heritage, of course, Anthony B, Buju Banton, so many artists. If you're in the reggae community, you must have, I remember seeing people like Tony Rebel going there. When we just came to Jamaica and recording at Digital B Studios, Capleton, I'll never forget those days because everybody would park up some days just see what this up. Ram, Josie Wheels, Admiral Tibet, my name Eddie Fitzroy. These were like our stable mates at the time, because Bobby Digital really took us into his stable and King Jammies. Those were the first two producers that took a chance on Morgan Heritage, by the way, of a man named Dennis Howard that made that introduction with my father. So big up Dennis Howard.
You don't have the dread to be Rasta. Don't have the dread. This is not a dreadlocks thing.
The session recording, I'll never forget, Malcolm Gould was on the bass. Steve, our drummer, big up Dust, Steve Miller. I was on the organ, playing the organ. So you don't hardly see artists doing that, like the Four Tops. And a lot of people get Morgan Heritage confused between a group and a band. We are a band.
The fire that rains over heat, air, and water. No water can put up.
Were you surprised that the song took off despite the controversy?
I think the controversy kind of made a lot of heads turn, If somebody give a bad mind or if a fight against you, I think that was the wrong time because it made the song actually bigger and made conversation start to say, but wait, but me feel like some are Rasta too. And I'm talking people who have shine head ball, but believe in the divinity of His Imperial Majesty, because that's how we grew up. So I think the controversy brought more attention to it as to a normal record, because if it was just a normal record, people wouldn't be talking about it. And I remember some of my Rastafarian brethren approaching us and saying, what do you mean by that? What I mean by that, you know? And then once we explain, them say, boy, I true, you know? Boy, Peter, I true, you know? You not, Moja, I true not talking, you know? So everybody really came around and really realized, say, it was a very powerful message that really was almost a message of recruiting, you know, to say, hey, come into this world because, you know, hey, we look at Christ too as well.
You don't have to dread to be Rasta. Yeah. Don't have to dread.
Alright, on my side, so we started out at Meadowbrook Muse, but now we're on Red Hills Road, which signals the end of this week's episode of Pree Dis Show. I'm Naldo Addy, but before we go, Eddie, are you looking forward to Carnival 2027?
No, the party thing still, but hopefully everybody who turn out next year enjoys themselves and have a wonderful time.
Alright, you don't know. You hear what Eddie say. I'm Naldo Addy, signing out. Take care of yourself until next time. Zane, we're gone.